The NBA has what I would deem to be 5 to 6 real championship contenders. The Denver Nuggets, the Boston Celtics, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Dallas Mavericks, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the New York Knicks all have proven to be up to this caliber. However, even the champions can improve. In today's video, we discuss 5 teams and their dream acquisitions going into this offseason. Before we get into this video, guys, I just want to say thanks so much for the support on the videos recently. We just passed 2,500 subscribers and we are on the road to 3,000. So if you're new here, please be sure to consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any daily NBA content. You also may have noticed I said we're going to be discussing just 5 teams and not the 6 that I originally mentioned. We will not be talking about the New York Knicks, for I believe their team as is can be championship contenders. They just need to not be injured. But just for the video's sake, I would say someone like Mikal Bridges would be like their dream acquisition. I'd also like to note that we're not just talking about acquiring all-stars, we're talking about people that would help the current stature of the team without gutting it too much. So role players, guys that are averaging their points but not all-stars, that's mostly what we're going to be talking about in this video. Now, without further ado, no more rambling, let's just talk about the Denver Nuggets. As the Nuggets fall short in the second round, it was glaringly obvious they missed someone like the likes of Bruce Brown, someone to handle the basketball while Jamal is on the bench or while he's nursing an injury like he was for this Wolves series. Bruce would be a great fit if he came back, but outside of that, I have Peyton Pritchard and Bogdan Bogdanovic as my choices for the Nuggets' dream pickups. Peyton has proven time and time again he can succeed at pretty much any level and in any amount of minutes. In garbage time, he'll drop 30. In starter minutes, he'll put 15 or 20 up. And off the bench, he's a very efficient double-digit scorer who possesses the ability to make his own shot, something that Denver fans were desperately hoping the up-and-down Reggie Jackson would accomplish. If not for Peyton, I think Bogdan would be wonderful aside his fellow Serbian Nikola Jokic and company. Coming off his best scoring season, averaging nearly 17 points on 8 3-point attempts a night, he's shooting nearly 40% from downtown, I might add as well. Bogdan would pair wonderfully in transition, and coming out of sets like DHO with Jokic, he's sort of equipped with the same dynamic offensive ability that KCP possesses. Off the bench or even starting some nights, I'm sure the fellow Serbian would pair well with Jokic. At 6'5", he also stands to be a very great height for a shooter of his caliber. Next, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves, who defeated Denver and still hope to win their first NBA championship this year. The Timberwolves in this series, they have been very interesting to watch with the games and or minutes without Mike Conley, because as great as Ant is, he is still just a kid and needs a responsible point guard at the helm of the offense, or at least one to come off the bench. Tyus Jones, Dennis Schroeder, or Jordan Clarkson would all be great for different reasons. I do like Monte Morris for the Wolves. I think he's a very savvy vet, but Conley is almost 37 years old and he's not getting any younger. If there's times where he's injured or Monte is injured, having someone like Jordan Clarkson, who is a savvy microwave, Tyus Jones, who can handle the basketball with one of the best assist to turnover ratios in the NBA, or even Dennis Schroeder, who proved he can be a valuable piece on both ends during a deep playoff run, they would all be great additions for a team like this. They also might look to find someone to replace Kyle Anderson's minutes, but that's not an immediate issue I have. For Timberwolves fans, I'm sure they're a little more fixated on that than the point guard situation. Moving on, we have another Western Conference team, and that is the Dallas Mavericks. To me, they seem to have everything figured out at the center position and the guard position, but I think it would be interesting if they could use someone like Kyle Kuzma or Lauri Markkanen at the 4 position. They're both flying high, they shoot 3-pointers, they knock them down as well. They would run the pick and roll or pick and pop amazing aside Luka and Kai. They seemingly don't have egos. Kyle Kuzma's already won an NBA championship. If you're looking for someone on the cheaper end though, in just a completely different position, Norman Powell might be someone perfect to replace Tim Hardaway. Norm's obviously very efficient, great microwave off the bench, someone similar to Jordan Clarkson. The Mavericks team has seen many worse days, and honestly, the guys that you would think, okay, we're going to move on, we're going to get some wing depth, we're going to get rid of Derrick Jones. Well, now you're starting to watch this postseason and think to yourself, do we even want to get rid of Derrick Jones? Because he's had 3 20-point games in a row in that Thunder series, hitting big time shots in that game 6. The Western Conference Finals will truly tell us what the Mavs need, but as for now, Kuzma, Markkanen, or Norman Powell, or even Bogdan Bogdanovic would be amazing for this team. Then finally, the Thunder and Celtics were going to to pair together because I feel that their needs are similar. For these teams, I think Brook Lopez, Walker Kessler, Jonas Valanciunas, and Nikola Vucevic are some sort of dream targets. In Boston, Kristaps Porzingis has been known to acquire some injuries, and Al Horford isn't getting any younger. Luke Kornet and Xavier Tillman have been surprisingly good in their respective roles, but someone like Kessler, who's an all-defensive caliber person, or Brook Lopez and Vucevic who can stretch the floor, they would just be great for the Boston Celtics. More specifically for Oklahoma City, they're in desperate needs of bodies that can rebound the basketball, which is why someone like Jonas Valanciunas would be perfect for them, a big brute who at times can knock down threes. Another person like Yusuf Nurkic would be good in Oklahoma City. Towards the end of that Mavericks series, we were seeing a lot of Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren on the floor at the same time because they were struggling with Lively and Gafford as they dominated the glass towards a very, very skinny Chet Holmgren. But what do you guys think? Contender or not, what's your dream acquisition for your favorite team? Let me know in the comments below. If you made it this far, you know I appreciate your support as always. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Stay happy, healthy, and blessed. Peace.